I mean, how close to the Jalen Hurts we're used to seeing do you feel like you'll be?
I can't give you a number. I think, that name is that name. The man to be there.
This is the new Jalen Hurts green. Buy it. Go find yours at the Champs Center.
Step back and watch the steps cook.
You own 17 birds. Big ring, I play for the 17 birds. Hit my line if you own 17 birds. Big ring, I play for the 17 birds. I know a guy if you own 17 birds. Big ring, I play for the 17 birds. I know a guy if you own 17 birds. Big ring, I play for the 17 birds. Yeah, I'm from the 17th curb.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Lil Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I'm the best reporting on the Eagles. Before we get to the meat and potatoes, y'all heard what Little Princess said. Y'all heard what she said. Y'all heard what we said. But listen, listen, before we even talk about, this is it right here. This is it, the new playoff green. I just got mine today. Y'all know I don't like to put nothing over top of the retwist. I don't do that, but this got to go. You know what I'm saying? And your eyes don't deceive you. I lost a bet. On the Christmas Eve game to Tuck, Cowboys content creator, J Tuck. You know what I mean? And I said the bet was he got to wear the Hurt season hat if we win. And I got to wear a Dak sweatshirt for 3 episodes if we lose. This is the first episode of that. I'll be randomly doing it. You know what I mean? Because I move so fast. But you know what I mean? I will say this, man. Number one, I believe Tuck would have wore the hat. And number two, this is really good quality if you're a Dallas Cowboys, you know what I'm saying? This is really good quality. If you're a Dallas Cowboys fan, you know what I mean? And I was able to pick which one I wanted, and this is the one I wanted. And I picked right. This was really good quality. It'll never grace my body again after these 3 days, but, well done. I hope a lot of Cowboys fans support Tuck, and I hope a lot of Cowboys fans buy him. But we already know what's going to happen with these. These crowns about to run the city right here. Playoff green. The beautiful blended green. Royal green is what I like to call it. But, tapping with the print champs, man. Use code BULLY10 at checkout. Bully space 10 at checkout. You know what I mean? To get all your needs met, man. Let's talk about the QB1 for a second, man. A lot of speculation, man. A lot of people don't know what's happening with the shoulder. A lot of people seem to be confused. A lot of people are looking for anything to grasp or gauge how healthy Jalen Hurts is going into the postseason. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm calling smoke and mirrors. That's the safe bet with this one. The safe bet is smoke and mirrors because he's not going to be restricted. He's not going to be limited. You know what I mean? Just because you see a clip of him not throwing with his throwing shoulder, you don't think Gardner Minshew would have been in line to start if Jalen Hurts couldn't throw the ball? He's a quarterback, for God's sakes. You know what I mean? I think that it is a little sore, and we want him as close to 100% as possible, so we're not trying to put... It's like a pitcher. Those rotated cuffs when you're rotating and stuff like that. You know what I mean? That's why guys got relief pitchers. That's why pitchers in the MLB, they don't pitch every day. You know what I mean? If you hurt, you know what I'm saying, and you sore on the throwing shoulder for the third shoulder aspect, he resting, man. It's just rest. It is rest, ladies and gentlemen. If we played this week, he will be throwing in practice. It's rest. I'm not concerned at all. Next week, when we find out who'll be playing, Jalen Hurts will be throwing in practice. We will be schematically, trying to dive into who that opponent is, and everything will be peachy keen. And nobody will be talking about blah, 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 bliggity, blah, whatever they talking about. You know what I mean? Jalen Hurts is going to be available. Jalen Hurts is going to do the things Jalen Hurts has been doing. You know what I mean? Confusing defenses and keeping defenses on their toes. When you look at the possible 4 matchups that we got, you got to be optimistic if you're an Eagles fan for sure. You really got to be optimistic because, I just don't think none of these guys could beat us. The Cowboys can't beat us with Jalen Hurts. I don't think the Bucks could beat us for real. I think we're a little too talented for the Giants. And I don't think the Seahawks could beat us. I'm not worried about none of them dudes, man. Because at full strength, which we seem to be trending towards, Josh Sweat's, he practiced today. Didn't really hear much on Maddox, you know what I mean? But I can assume Maddox will be there. Gardner Johnson is back. You know what I mean? Garner Johnson is one of those guys that is just born for the playoffs, in my opinion. So I'm not really mad no matter, however, listen, we 14-3. We straight. We got the bye. We needed the bye. We would have liked to get that a little early, but it is what it is. The QB1 had to come back and make it happen. Now we all get the rest because we put the QB1 back in to finish the job. And the job was finished. The job was finished. We don't play this week. You know what I'm saying? We play next week. You got to understand the position that we're in right now. We're able to anxiety-free watch football this week. We ain't got to be mad like Washington because we ain't in it. And we ain't got to have the anxiety or the roller coaster of potentially your season ending this week like the Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. It is what it is. Hassan Reddick, Defensive Player of the Year, well-deserved. I've been on the Hassan Reddick train all season. I've been predicting he was going to have a better year than Micah Parsons. That came to fruition. I just don't understand why people don't like to give it up. We talk about media manipulation a lot here. We talk about, guys being afraid to say what could very well possibly happen. It was almost a cardinal sin for me to come out here and say that Hassan Reddick could potentially have a better season than Micah Parsons. It was looked at as blasphemy. But I don't look at the world how these scared dudes look at the world. I don't look at it like that. That's a man. That's a man. That man has come off 21 sacks the last 2 seasons. That man has come off 13 sacks. Who am I to think that Hassan Reddick can't do? Hassan Reddick had a career year. This will put it in perspective for you. Micah Parsons ain't never had no 16 sack season. Never had a 16 sack season. Never. It's a lot of people that never had 16 sacks in the season. Hassan Reddick should be all pro, man. You know what I mean? And it's not that just because these guys wear the jersey, we just want to sing the praises and we don't want to give nobody else no respect. That's not what this is about with me. I'm about calling a spade a spade. You know what I mean? I'm about calling a spade a spade. Hassan Reddick, one of them ones, man. I'm happy for him, man, that, he was able to close out the season on a high note. That's what matters. Being able to close out the season on a high note and opening the eyes of these guys that's voting. So, whenever the votes come down, it is what it is. We'll see what's shaking with that. But that's not the concern of the team. Winning a Super Bowl is the concern of the team because that's all that matters is winning. Winning is all that matters. You know what I mean? And listen, man, this is for real for me. It's NFC Championship or bust. I'm not going to say Super Bowl or bust because you got a lot of key guys still locked up. But you got to at least get to the NFC Championship with this roster. At least. You know what I mean? Let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. Do you think it's smoke and mirrors with Jalen Hurts? I think it's a little smoke and mirrors. I think he's more healthy than people want to believe. But, we'll see how that pans out. And don't forget to order your playoff Green Hurt season merch. You know the vibes.